Hey guys, this is Vijay Sridhar. I once again welcome you to a session on Doji Creator. In this session, we will look at how dialogues can be separated from the scripts. If your script or scene has a dialogue which is spanning across multiple lines or um, say tens of lines of dialogues, if you want to put into script, then your logic of script will go for a toss. So it is better to always remove these dialogues which are plain text into a different file called a dialog file, which is plain text file. These text files will not be ported when your game is packaged. These are converted to script level dialogues and ported in the game. So how do we do that? So for that, let's have two characters. We already have Maya in our game. Um, You can have your own PNG, you can render it from DAZ or Poser, or you can draw a figure for yourself. You you need not have a character also to run through the dialogues, right? But I'm pulling one character from one of the Quicomiker libraries, which is relatively of required size. I think this is not the one I wanted. This Namaskar pose, and then there is one more pose I wanted. If I can really pull in. Thinking. So two poses I have pulled. One is thinking, and so when you double click this library item, they will be brought into your inbuilt folder. I just have to rename them. So this is not the one I want, so I will delete this file. This is the one I want. I uh, Dhruva Namaskar dot png. Okay, and then Dhruva thinking. This has to be renamed as Dhruva thinking. So these are the two files that I have at this point. Let me build the game so that I will have the IntelliSense in place, right? So there is one character Maya. Let's create another character. Let's rename them with short names M and D. I don't have thumbnails for them, but the conversation is supposed to happen between these two people. I will also remove these options and L menu and all these menu items I don't require. I want to have a conversation. That's the essence of this session. So there are two characters. Age is age required. Uh, yeah, maybe as params for this is M, right? D R qualification, which is B.Com, Bachelor of Commerce. So he has done Bachelor of Commerce. Let's see. And then let's go to the main. So there is a conversation that will happen here. Say branch 2 is no more there, so branch 2 is no more there. Scene, let's remove the scene 2, 3, and here let's compile one so that we have things available. So we know M is for Maya, but if I name them name it as M, the image also must have M on it, right? That is how the convention is. If you shorten the name, it it should also reflect here. Similarly, Dhruva. So fine. So that is there. M smiling appears at left one. Continue. Or okay. D dot namaskar appears at right two. Okay. Now the conversation happens between these two people. Let's see if they're really appearing or not. So Maya has appeared and Dhruva has appeared. So these two people have appeared. So what is the conversation? M dot name says, hello, how are you doing? D dot name says, hello, M dot name, namaskar, because he is in that pose. I am good, and how are you? So this conversation can go on like this, right? Even if you change some images in between, this can go on like this. So let's see how this looks like. So Maya says, hello Dhruva, how are you doing? Hello Maya, namaskar, I'm good and how are you? So this conversation can go on like this. Instead of it being here, I will remove this. What I will do is I will create a new dialog file, Maya Dhruva dot text, right? Oh, it got twice the text extension. Let me rename that. Text is automatically appended. You don't have to do that. So I will put it here, and instead of this, what I will do is I just have to have the dialogue in place first of all. If I know the sequence, I just have to have the dialogue in place. So these have to be in place at this point in time. Just keep on typing your dialogues. Okay, now I know the consequence. Each dialogue belongs to one person. What I will do is I will put a key here, intro, right? So this is Maya Dhruva.text. This is the first conversation which has a key called intro. Now in this intro starts with Maya and Maya Dhruva. So what I will do is I cannot do this here. So uh, I will save it here, close the file. I open the dialog editor, external dialog editor. So that file has opened and I will click this apply the characters on this file. I will say M comma D. So this is the sequence, right? I understand. So this M comma D will be prefixed against each. See, when you type with focus certain content, you will forget the syntax. So just to ensure that you focus on the dialogues and not on the syntax, this is given provision. Now, sometimes you can have multiple keys here. On a different day, you can have a different conversation. Second day, you can call it. And you can have a different conversation here. You can only select those items and then apply characters on that selected block. It will apply. It will not apply to the entire file. So, but it will apply logically. It will ignore the commented lines and then it will apply like this. So this is a file Okay, so that file has to be loaded here. How can I load this file here? What I will do is I will create a dictionary called text Maya MD. It's a dictionary name. What I would need to do is I need to load the file. Load file Maya Dhruva. Now this is loaded. Once this is loaded, this is available in the dictionary. So in the dictionary, you have it available. You just have to say md md dot md of the key name is intro, right? So you just have to say intro. How simple, you can have 1,000 dialogues in, but you can still say this. So let's see how it works. Maya has appeared, Dhruva has appeared, and they are talking. So let's rerun this one more time if you missed something. All set, right? So this is using dictionary and keys. So similarly, you can also use arrays. Suppose you don't have a key here. You want to use 0, 1, 2, 3. There are four dialogues. Alternatively, you can use them as this is not dictionary anymore. This is an array. You are loading an array into MD. So what you will do, how will you display is you will display MD of 0 to 3. So there are three elements. You can still display the same. But assume that you have a couple of dialogues for Maya alone. Yeah. Or let's assume that you don't have names here in this file. You want to use an array. How will you use an array here? You will use an array by saying Maya. So 2, 3. There are four dialogues. Maya, Dhruva, Maya, and Dhruva. So since the m dot name is not identified on this, you have to have a variable or you have to have character name here. So it is the same effect. Um, Probably I will think in the next subsequent versions I will support the m dot name and d dot name also. But for now, this is how you can use arrays to handle the names. If you suppose what happens if you don't give this? What happens is a question mark appears because it doesn't know who is speaking. So it's very important to have speaker name on this because it is assumed that these are not text, these are dialogues spoken by a character. So that's how you show dialogues using keys in dictionaries or array files or um, using external dialogue editor, how you can create dialogues and apply characters on them. So thanks for watching. Uh, We will look at more features in the upcoming videos.